As Donald Trump looks to unite the GOP heading into November with a showdown versus Hillary Clinton on the horizon, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee is facing immense backlash from his own party. Joining me now from Washington is a senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute and the opinion editor at Forbes, Avik Roy. Thank you for being with me. I want to ask you, and you have a large swath of major Republican donors who they don't want to back Donald Trump. They don't want to give him any of their big bucks. But he has transcended traditional Republican politics. So does he need them, and does he need their money to win the general?
Well, he needs somebody's money because he doesn't have enough himself. You know, Forbes, we've reported that Trump has been exaggerating his wealth for a long time. And if he wants to self-fund his own campaign, he'd have to sell all these buildings that he's so proud of owning. So he needs somebody's support. And the irony is, Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders both have been very successful running campaigns that are effectively the opposite of what the donor class in both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party want to see. They want to see free trade. They want to see immigration reform. They want capitalism to work. Trump and Bernie in different ways are in the opposite camp.
Well, when you're talking about the money, saying that he needs it just simply to be able to compete, he's being outspent and outstaffed by Hillary Clinton, significantly, by some words even dwarfed. You look at the money here, $182 million versus his 57, and look at the staff size. How much of this will be significant as far as moving on? And what does it say about how the Trump campaign is operating now? Because we've heard, yes, they are trying to get that ground operation going and that money.
Well, you know, what's interesting is Trump himself has said, for example, on the digital side, where Obama for those 2008 and 2012 elections was so successful, that he doesn't believe in it. He thinks it's overrated. He thinks that just like he trampled everyone in the Republican race, that with his free media, with his media presence, with his savvy on Twitter, that he can match up with what Hillary's built up in infrastructure. We'll have to see whether he's right or not.
And when it comes to that matchup, also, you know, there's a question of his position, foreign policy, and that's where it's so important to see who his running mate will be. And we know that he's going to be meeting with Bob Corker tomorrow. So when you have that and looking at potential VPs, you know, it seems like there's some indication there that he's willing to do what's necessary to ease the concerns of leaders and donors, especially now with more kind of coming on board to Donald Trump.
You know, it'll be interesting to see. I think that the conservative or Republican-aligned foreign policy community has been the most vocal in being critical of Donald Trump and saying that they'll never, ever vote for Trump and that they might even vote for Hillary rather than vote for Trump. So it'll be interesting to see if he can bring those people aboard. On domestic policy, he's had more success. A lot of the old-line Republicans are saying, hey, we don't want Hillary. We've got to line up behind Trump.
All right, Avik Roy, always good to have you with me. Thank you.
Thanks, Francis.